Did you know you can go from Ecuador to Brazil by boat through the Amazon? I didn't know this until I decided I was going to do it, and apparently the internet didn't know either, because when you look up boat from Ecuador to Brazil, the first thing you're going to see are my videos. So I decided it's about time. If there really is no information about this journey, it was so incredible and so enriching in so many ways. I realized I just need to do a straightforward breakdown, so that's what I'm going to do today. There are two parts, from Coca, Ecuador to Iquitos, Peru, and then from Iquitos to Manaus. And that one has a lot more information. It's really this first part that is just super unknown. So getting from Ecuador to Iquitos, Peru, let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is you start in El Coca, which is on the edge of the Napa River, and this is the last city you can get to by bus. So you get here and you take a $20 fast boat. This is the only option. There are more expensive options, but this is the shared community local option. It's 7:30 every morning. This takes you 8 hours over to Nueva Rocafuerte, which is the last city before the Peru border. Here you have to get your passport stamped. Don't forget that. No one's going to tell you to do it, so you just have to remember when you're leaving the country, you got to get a passport stamp saying I'm exiting. So from here, you're going to get to Pantoja. Here, there's not a lot of options. You can ask around. You can find expensive options, private boats, tours around the national park that they have there. But the cheapest option is to just canoe hitchhike. You're going to hitchhike with like a local family. It's super cool. It's super fun. The best experience I had on my trip. So just do that. It's like $10 to $20. It's more just about the family. They'll ask you for an amount of money. From Pantoja. So remember, you get to Pantoja, you got to get your passport stamp there. Electricity doesn't come on until 6, so sometimes the migration office doesn't really operate until after the electricity is on, but just go whenever you get there and figure it out. From Pantoja, there are two options. I only knew about one. The more common option is Transporte Fluvial Vici. You can find their information online. They have a number and everything. I texted them a while before I went. They only leave Tuesdays and Thursdays at like 4 in the morning. So if you're on time crunch like I had to schedule around that. But I got there on a Sunday night and I asked, there's an office there. And the office told me they had a boat, like a more local boat, on the Monday. So if you ask around, sometimes there are options that are on other days than the ones that are advertised. It's a 2-day and you have like a layover at this like intermediate city, Santa Clotilde. And it's a decent city, whatever. This is my least favorite part of the trip. This fast boat, it's $70. You have to also pay for a place to stay, your dinner, and there's gonna be a motorbike at some point in the journey. So you just have to pay for a couple extra things, which I don't really like. Okay, sorry, I had to record another video. There's also a second option that is a slow, huge cargo boat. I met one person who did it this way. The only thing is there is no set schedule with these boats. So the most amount of time you would spend waiting is 4 days. It's also a hammock boat, and it's very similar to the hammock boats you're going to take from Iquitos to Manaus. So if you just want to get to Iquitos, fast boat's a good option, but this one's only $30 or $40, and it's definitely more of a experience. You get to see more of the actual Amazon. Once you get in this boat, it takes you to Iquitos. That's everything you need to know. I didn't meet any tourists. The first part, getting from Iquitos to Manaus, I met a lot of amazing people, and I'll talk about that soon. So anyways, Ecuador to Peru. Thank you guys for listening.